This show is proudly sponsored by TraderCobb.com, the leaders in checklist-based trading strategy. Yes, that's exactly how it sounds. I'll teach you a literal checklist so you can tick off items and be decisive very quickly. Get across to TraderCobb.com where there's a bunch of free content there for you to have a look at. And of course, if you're interested in having me come to your city, click and register for the live events coming up and filling fast. Have a great day. Visit TraderCobb.com now.
The Trader Cobb Crypto Show, talking business in blockchain.
G'day everybody, welcome to the Trader Cobb Crypto podcast and show. I hope you had a cracking weekend. I certainly did. It was a very, very good one indeed. And look, not much happened to the markets, which is good. I said that I was going to take the weekend off and did a little bit of stuff on Saturday. But since then, really not very much at all. I just wanted to do a quick shout out to thank you to everybody in the US, the UK, France, Germany, all across Europe as well. We've been seeing your numbers increase on the podcast, so thank you for listening and viewing and being involved with what we do. Obviously, you will have heard a lot about the classroom courses that we've got running at the moment throughout Australia, but don't worry, everything we do is online as well, and we're going to be continually updating that. Just something else to touch on, there's a whole range of new content in the members area. So if you are a member who's joined up for bronze or above, then jump into that members area and have a look, because we've got access to things that my apprentice has been working on, the trade calculator, how to use certain trading accounts, lots of bits and pieces like Terry's risk management series. There's a whole range of new content, additional information that's going to help you as a trader. So get into the members area, and if you're not already a member, well, then you know what to do, and do it soon, because we are going to be making some changes. And if you can't do it now, well, you won't be doing it later. So get involved. Guys, having a look quickly at the top 10 as we kick this Monday off here in wonderful Australia. Of course, a couple of things to note right now. This is a higher low, this is a higher high, and that's as simple as that. I know it's not by much, and I know that we've got another higher low here potentially, because it's not got the higher high yet, but we have a rejection of 10,000 many, many times. To be closed below here, no close below there either. So we're holding our ground. A couple of scenarios to play out. Well, let's first look at the weekly. It's rejected 10,000. It's holding there. It's a very ugly chart. The weekly doesn't tell me a great deal at all. Look at the 2-day here. Not a great deal there either. Looking at this 1 day, rejection. It's not showing me too much on this daily, apart from those rejections of 10,000. 10,000 seems to be holding quite well. It's as I go lower that I start to get interested. And let me take you from, so let me start with the 4 hour here. Higher low. Now let's just throw in a bit of resistance and see if we can find it there. There is some resistance there. I know it's a little bit of a B-stick break there, but higher low coming up into resistance, and look at where that higher low was off. Yep, the low there, 10,004. Interesting? No. I mean, yes. A surprise? No. We are building here. It does look to me as though we are building into something. I'm going to get rid of that line. I don't see it as being any significance at the moment. What I am trying to what I'm trying to wait for here is if we do, the line that I said, if you're on the podcast, of course, is 10,531. If you draw a little line on there in the 4 hour, what we've actually got is 2 tests of resistance and a couple of higher lows as we creep up into there, like a Bitcoin breakout type setup. Now, I need to see a third test. A break above that 10,531 could certainly spell some additional bullishness for me, and I would be looking to trade through that if I can get a setup. Currently, Bitcoin's at 10,344, up 1.13%. Ethereum is hanging low. It has had a decent move today, sitting at 194.72, up 4.79%, and it did break out. The level wasn't quite as firm, but definitely a nice little breakout there. It has had a fairly stellar move over the last 6 or 7 hours. 8 or 12 hours, I should say. That's a 4 hour, not a 2 hour. And yeah, good recovery. As a matter of fact, much of the top 10 has had a very good recovery. Hell of a lot better than Bitcoin right now. On EOS, it's at up 4.14% at $3.70 again. Still on a daily downtrend, but a nice push to the upside. Not too much more to really bring to the table than that on EOS. Stellar Lumen sitting at 7 cents, up 4.52%, and once again, very sideways, not doing a great deal. A little pop, but nothing more. XRP has had a nice bounce back to finding some sort of resistance around that 28.5 that I've been talking about for a very long time. We broke down through that, obviously, And right now, we've come back up into that region. Now, what that's going to do now, well, that's a question I need to know. The problem that I've got right now is that they're all big candles around there. I might be happy to take a short from that point of view, looking at the 12-hour and higher. But for right now, it's just a market that I'm watching. Oh, and it's at 28 cents, up 7.1%. Litecoin is sitting down around that $74 mark. I've been speaking about $74 quite a bit back and forth the last couple of weeks. It's sitting back on there again. It's found support, and it's holding at the moment. It's at $76.89 right now, up 5.62%. And let's have a look here. 1 hour. There's not really any levels around. I'm just sort of walking through the lower time frame, seeing if there's anything there of interest to me, and there is not. On the Bitcoin, at $317.92. It's up 3.59% today. Pretty messy chart, not much to speak of there. Binance, another one that's holding around the whole weekend range at $27.91, up 1.5%. Not a great deal going on here on the Binance chart. I'm not too interested at the minute. Still looking quite flat. Tron has, despite its very large recent falls, recovered 4.71% today to sit at 1.7 cents. And look, realistically, it's another prime candidate, in my view, for shorting today if we get the opportunities. On to Cardano, it's up 7.21%, the leader across the entire top 10 at 5 cents. And a very strong move back to the upside there. Again, it has been in quite a strong downtrend. This daily is not looking fantastic. There is some divergence there, but I'm telling you right now, it is pretty interesting. So pretty much in a downtrend, but that's about it on the daily. So again, I've got to sit back and relax, watch the markets today. The only market that I'm really interested in, to be honest, on the lower time frames like the mids, is really Bitcoin. If I can get that third run up into that resistance, then yeah, I might have a stick at that. But for the time being, it's not there, it's not ready. It's time to wait and see what Monday brings us. Don't forget to get across to tradercobb.com, ladies and gentlemen, especially you, all you who are in other parts of the world. Get across, check out what we've done. Log back into the members area and enjoy the new content. Guys, have a fantastic day. And for those of you in Melbourne, Perth, Adelaide and Hobart, I look forward to seeing you on our tour. Cheers, guys. Bye for now. This show is proudly sponsored by tradercobb.com, the leaders in checklist-based trading strategy. Yes, that's exactly how it sounds. I'll teach you a literal checklist so you can tick off items and be decisive very quickly. Get across to tradercobb.com, where there's a bunch of free content there for you to have a look at. And of course, if you're interested in having me come to your city, click and register for the live events coming up and filling fast. Have a great day. Visit tradercobb.com now.